Welcome to Kitchen Flavors with Marla today. How's everybody today? So, this week we are focusing on vibrant flavors that spring offer us. So, how is that for this week? And we're going to bring in a dish. We're going to talk about a dish that's got a dash of a minty freshness. And what better way to bring in spring than with mint? I have mint in my garden, but I'm going to use something different today. I'm going to use a mint extract. So can you guess what I'm going to make? It's a mint infused dish. It's called Minty Apple Bake with goat cheese. So something a little bit different. I've actually never made it before. So welcome here. And if you've caught the live or if you're catching the replay, I always like it if you say hi in the comments if you can. If not, if you catch the replay, tell me where you're watching from, anything like that. So let me know if you've tried something like this, making a dish with mint in it. Do you have any favorites? Please feel free to share. And it's great to be here today, and thanks for joining me. Now, my name is Marla Kruger, and I'm from Brandon, Manitoba, Canada, if you haven't met me before. And here on my business page, I like to share my journey of making life in the kitchen a little bit more fun for me and for you, hopefully, and a little bit more creative, using ingredients that are easy to find, and making simple, easy, convenient meals, snacks, entrees. We've done side dishes, drinks, desserts, you name it. Trying to lean more into healthy, organic if we can. The company I'm with offers a line of organic spices, and that's kind of what got me started on doing this. And so I do focus on those, but that's not all that we have. Not everything that I make on here is organic, but there is a focus on that because it is what a lot of people are looking for, and our company has that. So I try to bring it into other things that I'm buying as well. So, and there's spices and extracts that we use and other natural ingredients. I try to source things from where I live, in the country that I live, trying to keep things local in my town with markets and that sort of thing. So that's kind of what I'm about here. I'm part of, like I said, a direct sales company that offers a lot of these organic spices and extracts and other things. So if there's anything that I'm talking about when I'm making things or sharing with you guys, if you're ever interested in anything like that, please give me a message or drop me a line through my messenger on here, or you can leave a comment with info, whatever works for you. I always like to share. There is a business side to the company that you can get into as a side gig, like I am. I've been doing it for about 5 years. It's really fun. The products sell really easily, that people love them because it's something that people consume on a regular basis. So, and this company's been around for a lot of years. So many years. So they have a very good reputation and really high quality. So I'd like to share that. So if there's anything at all, please feel free to reach out. Maybe some of you have already tried some of the products, and I thank you for following along and joining and placing orders if you have. So on Wednesdays here, I like to just come and hang out here and talk with you guys. I've changed things up over the last year, and I just like to talk about what I'm going to make this week and share with you and give you the ingredients, give you how to make it. We talk a bit about some of the health benefits of some of the ingredients that are in the dish or in whatever we're making. So that's kind of what we do on Wednesdays. And as summer approaches, I am going to be changing the day of this, so it might flip to Thursdays, just so beware. I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to make that switch. It might be right away next week. So, but anyways, for now, today, Wednesday. And so that's what I do here on Wednesdays, and then I'll actually make the dish. I make a little micro video. It's about a 90-second clip thing that I make, and it's fun. It's got, clips of me making it and with the ingredients and music and stuff, and you guys can watch that or share it out if you wish. And it just goes a lot farther on Facebook and Instagram. The reels, it's kind of crazy sometimes. Last week I had one that I did on Instagram, and I had over 2,000 views, which was kind of pretty good. So if you ever feel free to share something. If you see a recipe on my page, share it so we get more people watching. I'm really interested in getting more people from the USA, because that's one of the countries that these spices are in, and I don't have a lot of followers from USA, so that would be great. That would be awesome. So we'll just go over, enough about that, we'll go over some of the ingredients here. I've got my list, I don't want to forget. I mean, it's a few ingredients, it's not very many, I should be able to remember, but I get forgetful, I get a little bit nervous, and I forget things. So you're basically going to need your apples. It's an apple dish. So 3 apples, that's it. Choose whatever apple you wish. I feel it's better to try to choose a tart apple for something like this, because we're going to be adding honey. So there's that. And then we have this is an organic cinnamon with the company that I'm with. I'm going to share. I always forget that I have Instagram over here, and sometimes they can't see it. An organic cinnamon. And this one's awesome. It is so dark in color and so much flavor. It's amazing. It's very high essential oil content. So if you ever want to try it, reach out to me. So you'll need a really nice high quality cinnamon. You want to be using, you don't want to buy cinnamon from Dollarama, because it's not going to have the taste that you want. Then we're going to use an extract. So you could use like a liqueur, you could use brandy, you could use a schnapps, something to pour over your apples to give it like that alcohol content to bake it in. But I'm choosing to use a mint extract today. That's what we're going to use. Or you could use, we have an organic line, and it has a peppermint that's organic. Not all of our extracts are organic. Not all of the spices are. Like I said, there's a good line of them, but not everything. So that, and then you want to have a really nice goat cheese. So you'll need 7 ounces of goat cheese. The extract, you need 1 tablespoon. 3 apples, said that. So the goat cheese, a really nice goat cheese. This one's made in Canada. I always like to try to buy things that are local, at least from my country. And then we are going to use raw honey. Now this raw honey is from Ontario, which is a province in my country. So unpasteurized raw honey, so that'll be really nice. 3 tablespoons over top of your apples. And the last ingredient, you know what, that's it. Isn't that simple? Is sesame seeds. So we're going to toast these sesame seeds, and these are made in Canada, brought from Canada, which is great. I love that. Saskatoon in Saskatchewan. So we want to toast some sesame seeds. I'm thinking, I didn't put down how many. It's kind of your own preference, but I'll probably use like a tablespoon toasted, or maybe a bit more sprinkled on. I'll see when I'm making it. So some like that, and then when I share the recipe, I'll say how many I use, but I think a tablespoon would probably suffice. So that's basically it. Preheat your oven to 410 degrees. Get yourself a nice baking dish about that size, or you could use a loaf pan, whatever works for you. I would spray it with some cooking oil just to make cleanup, and so much easier to come out when you have a little bit of cooking oil on there, a little bit of olive oil. And then just place your cubed apples. You'll want to cut them, core them, cube them, skins on your apples, and sprinkle your cinnamon over there. I didn't say how much cinnamon, but I'm thinking teaspoon, teaspoon and a half, whatever works for you, whatever taste that you like. But generous, I would say generous, because cinnamon's the powerhouse, right? And then you drizzle your mint extract over top, and then just toss that all really nicely in your bowl. And so that everything's covered really nicely with the cinnamon and the extract, or your liqueur, whichever you're going to use. And then you just top it with your crumbled up goat cheese. You'll have to kind of tear this one's quite soft, so I might put it in the fridge a bit. It might crumble a bit easier, but you'll kind of just crumble it over the top. I think you can actually buy the crumbled goat cheese. I never thought about that, but it'll work. So whatever goat cheese that you want to use. So just sprinkle that over the top. Doesn't that sound yummy already? Has anybody ever tried something like this? I haven't. And it's crazy, but you guys are going to be guinea pigs. You might try this before me tonight. I do this. It's something I do. I try new recipes on my company when I haven't even tried it myself. It's fun. I find it fun to try something new. So I've made lots of apple crisp, but I've never made actually something like this. Baked it with just cheese, apples, and some nuts and stuff, or seeds on top, whichever you want to use. So anyways, that's basically it. And then you bake it for 30 minutes. Well, forgot the honey. Drizzle the honey on top, and then you bake it for 30 minutes. When you bring it out of the oven, then you want to sprinkle on your toasted sesame seeds. So to toast these, you know how to do that, right? It's like blooming spices, and just in a pan, a hot pan, and then you just toast them up. Don't want to burn them, but I'm thinking a tablespoon. So if I'm repeating myself, sorry, I don't want to forget that step. So that's basically it. And you serve it warm with these seeds on top. Now I'm thinking what could be really nice, I just thought of this now, you could dollop like some Greek yogurt or coconut yogurt on top of there. That would be really nice, or a creamy, like a bit of whipped cream or something. You could, that would add, but I think the goat cheese might be enough, but you know, that could work too. So that sounds really, really good, right? Sounds super yummy. So I just wanted to share a few of the health benefits of some of the ingredients that we are using today. Starting with our prize, the apple and the crunchy darlings that they are, a little snack that we always enjoy. They're packed with fiber, right? Of course, which is great for keeping our digestive system on track, to have apple every once in a while. Plus, they've got lots of vitamin C and other antioxidants that help our body fight off those pesky free radicals in our body. Anything that I'm talking about health-wise, please don't quote me. It's things that I've read. I'm just sharing what I've been reading. Please talk to your doctor about any of the spices if you're wondering how much of a spice that you should have. Don't just go by, you know, what I'm saying here, but just make sure that you check that out for yourself. But yeah, just for any of the, so that, because there are certain spices that you do have to be careful with. But anyways, so yeah, so that's kind of it for the apples. They're super yummy. Next up, we've got our cinnamon. Cinnamon's our little powerhouse, right? It's nice and sweet. It's going to add a sweetness to the dish. Very refreshing. Cinnamon can be used in so many ways. You don't just have to use it in your lattes or just for apple pie or whatever, but this is going to be a different kind of an apple bake. So lots of ways to use cinnamon. Some people put it in their coffee, so many different ways. There are anti-inflammatory properties with cinnamon, and been known to help regulate blood sugar levels. I know a lot of people have told me they use it like that. So go ahead and sprinkle that cinnamon. I love it. Mint extract, does it have any health properties? Sure. Mint calms the tummy, and it also just helps with digestion. So that's one of the benefits of using a mint extract. And then also mainly just for that refreshing zing that it's going to give to your recipe. So it's kind of that superhero for the gut health, I guess. Let's not forget about the goat cheese. Creamy goat cheese, so yummy, delicious. Easier to digest than milk products for some. Cow's milk for some people can be really hard to digest. So goat cheese is a great option, and it's great source of protein, great source of calcium, and some some B vitamins, I believe. So I love goat cheese. It's a great one. The sesame seeds are a good source of fiber and healthy fats. They have some B vitamins as well. There's protein in sesame seeds, and they have been known to help with lowering cholesterol, and actually blood sugar control as well. So sesame seeds are a super healthy seed. I just actually watched a video, if you want to watch it, on what seeds to use in your diet with Dr. Gundry. I've been following him and he's pretty interesting. So that's basically it. There you have it, my friends. Every ingredient in this dish has something in it that's special for flavor, not just flavor, but for your health. So I hope you guys can try it, and I'll get that video ready to go on my page in the next day or so. And if you are interested at all in anything like I'm talking about with the spices, please feel free to reach out to me. Comment below if you would like the printable PDF recipe of this, and then you would subscribe to my monthly email, because that's where all the recipes are going to go now. So please feel free to comment recipe below and I'll put you on my list. I'll contact you, we'll get your email address and get that email out to you. I usually send it out between the 1st and the 7th of the month. I don't promise it's on the 1st. Today's not going to get done. And so feel free to reach out. For me, I love doing it. It's fun. I put a little bit about my life in there. I share a little bit about my health journey. I talk about the spices and extracts with this company. I was part of a health and wellness company a while back, and I am no longer with that company. So I'm looking at just ordering from a different company that I can refer people to that have some awesome things. So I might be sharing a little bit off and on about that. So yeah, just changing things up a bit. Things change. So yeah, so that's kind of it for today. So thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate anybody that takes the time to stop in. I love that, and I hope that you can give that recipe a try. So take care and bye for now.